Hey everyone, I hope you're doing great. This is Crystal with your daily reading for the weekend of the 17th and the 18th. Of course, timestamps will be down below. As always, I'm picking up on the overall vibe of the day. So let's jump right into it. We have the Ace of Wands for Saturday. Let me try to get them all. The Ace of Wands, the Two of Swords in reverse, and the King of Swords in reverse. All right. A lot of confusion, a lot of misunderstandings, a lot of speaking before you think. Saturday is really a day of taking a breath before you say things and commit to certain things because you might end up regretting it. So let's talk about why. Hey Kay, hey Miss Mitchell, thanks so much for coming in. I appreciate you all. So first off, the Two of Swords in reverse. Um, as you see, this woman is being attacked by these crows. Okay, it doesn't look comfortable. It's like, which way do I go? What do I do? Wow, like she's in this frenzy, and but her hands are free. It's actually like it almost seems like a self-induced confusion or frustration. Um, yeah, it kind of looks like these crows. It looks like they're more so like pulling on her hair you know but regardless, she's kind of entangled with them. And I think that just be careful. There could be some people who try to attack your character today, or there could be some things that try to frustrate you or annoy you. Hey Miss Smiley. But as always with the Two of Swords in reverse, you just want to kind of listen to your intuition and try to stay as calm as possible, because if you are in a state of frustration or frenzy, or just all over the place, it's not easy to make a decision, and or the decision that you make might not be the right one. So you kind of have to calm down, take that step back, and then speak. Okay. And then we have the King of Swords in reverse. And the King of Swords in reverse is he could be very rude and mean, and sometimes just not. Sometimes when he's not in that, narcissistic place of like trying to put you in your place, or like talk down to you, or make you feel inferior in some way, he will be just a bit cloudy. Sometimes the King of Swords in reverse is just, it's not that he's trying to be mean. It's just, have you ever been in a place of frustration where you're not, you don't want to hurt anybody, but you're just so annoyed that what you say might not come off the right way? That can be the King of Swords in reverse. It can also be with him being in reverse that, um, it's just not the best day to have the deepest of conversations. There could be a lot of missed signals and definitely a lot of miscommunication. On the light end, this can be some confusion, or this can be like fogginess. Like, you ever just have those days where like your words just won't come out right, and maybe you're, uh-oh, I hope that you all can hear me okay. My AirPod just conveniently went dead right as I was in the middle of saying there might be miscommunication. Or maybe like what you're trying to say isn't being reciprocated the right way. So just really pay attention to that. Now, the Ace of Wands is here too. And the Ace of Wands is the savior of the day. The Ace of Wands is like a blessing from God. When it comes to, it could be helping you out of a situation. It could be realigning your morals of what you really believe in or what you really want. It could be getting out of your head and not being so worried about the details and just actually doing it. I think a lot of the times we hold ourselves back from relationships, opportunities in life, by constantly trying to figure out how it's going to happen instead of just taking the action to make it happen. So the Ace of Wands is asking you to be passionate, be grounded. Know that if a frustrating situation does come up on Saturday, there will be some type of help. It might almost seem magical. It might almost seem like, how did this happen? But we just take our blessings when they come and look at it as a opportunity to just be grateful in the moment. So Saturday is very interesting. Not saying that there can't be room for fun or anything like that. It's just on days like this, I probably would try to be as level headed as possible. Okay. All right. Now let's jump right into Sunday. All right. Sunday, the energy changes completely. We're out of our head and we're more in this place of emotionally trying to sort things out and financially trying to sort things out. So the Five of Pentacles is here first. All right. And this is funny because this could be a story of a woman being lied to by some man. It could be like a person in their life, or, a girl, if you're, a guy watching this. People like to make things seem better than they really are sometimes. People will romanticize situations, love bomb you in order to really get you where they want you to, just to play into their own agenda. So the Knight of Cups in reverse has let his emotions, has let his inability to be emotionally intelligent get in the way of a lot of things in his life. It's kind of like if a guy just keeps falling in love with every single person who comes their way because they lack love, or woman for that, matter. Then, now he is here, six baby mamas in, or here she is now, six baby daddies in, because you're looking for love in the wrong places, or your idea of how things should go are out of order sometimes. And I know things happen, accidents happen. People lie to us, just like with the Knight of Cups, and say one thing, and I love you and I'll marry you and all these things, and then that doesn't happen. I think that's why we kind of have to have, at a certain point in our life, especially if you're watching this channel, we just have to realize that sometimes everything you see isn't what you get. And one thing we could all agree on is that people change over time. So don't be so, we have to get out of being so naive, but also stay in this place of realizing that, you can't have what you desire. You just can't be extremely distraught and have a mental breakdown the moment that reality changes for good or for bad. Okay. So the Knight of Cups in reverse is asking you to really watch your emotional tone. Make sure that you are keeping your feelings in check. All of that. All right. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles is when we've been abandoned. Like, this is when we have the breakup. This is when, we really needed a person to come through for us, and they said they would and they didn't. The Five of Pentacles is when we have to look at our financial life, and there will be a need to kind of look at your financial life on Sunday. But what I love is that, Sunday is moving from this place of being without to having. And that's the good thing. If the cards were swapped, that would be kind of annoying, because it would leave us in this place of desperation. But the fact that the Five of Coins is over here, it's inspiring. It almost makes me feel like, never judge your present situation. I know sometimes we might feel like we're not exactly where we want to be right now, financially or love wise, but the same person who has been let's just think about, I know Beyonce. Beyonce is a good example. Okay. Married woman with Jay-Z. Of course, they've had their ups and downs, but she's a person, men would kill to be with, right? But I'm sure someone broke up with her in the past. Someone called her ugly in the past. Someone said she wouldn't succeed in the past, and here she is now, right? And I'm not saying she's this idol we have to look up to, but it's a very powerful story of people who have been put down or left, out in the cold, and still found a way to push forward. And so Sunday kind of rings that energy of, what I say, like, even who was last will one day be first and things like that. I'm probably slaughtering the scripture or whatever it is. But the point is, your current situation doesn't dictate your future. And so Sunday rings that. And there might be a trigger, there might be something that comes up, we have those moments where, as mothers, where a child might say, hey, I want a Bentley. Damn well you ain't buying that child no Bentley. You can't afford it, right? You don't have to feel bad about that, right? In due time, when they put in the work, they can get it. And I'm sure other women have been in positions where maybe their children just want a pair of shoes that they can't afford right now. And that can be a very hard reality, but it's a matter of perspective. Oh, okay, you want those shoes? Well, All right, I'll get them in 2 weeks. That way you can, straighten up your room like you said you would, and let's stay on top of your chores, and then mom will go and grab those shoes for you in 2 weeks. Now, same situation, right? But instead of feeling bad and feeling like, oh, I'm not a good mom because I couldn't do this or that, you put yourself in a position to make a learning experience out of something that was, maybe unfortunate for you, because the reality is you don't get paid for another 2 weeks. But the point is, your child doesn't have to know that, and you don't have to beat up on yourself because of that. That's just an example. Um, but regardless, so if Sunday is a day where you just really don't want to, long story short, spend a lot of money. I mean, really, really watch it on Sunday. Make sure that you are not overly spending. Make sure that you are taking it day by day. Make sure that you are not, coming out of pocket for certain things. You just want to be very frugal on Sunday. Have a budget. Millionaires have budgets, so it's not a bad thing. Just really, be careful with what you indulge in or splurge in. This is not a day of splurging. This is a day of looking over your finances, looking over your life, and finding ways to keep things more on the grounded side. And for those of you who are holding on to a relationship that is not holding on to you, this is a day where you definitely want to change that narrative. Like they say, you can't keep someone who doesn't want to be kept. So don't ever be in that position of letting somebody tell you more than once, or letting a person constantly treat you like more than once you're not wanted or appreciated. All right. So guys, have a great weekend. Hopefully that, you can get some rest, enjoy your family. If you like these videos, hit the like button. And as always, I will talk to you tomorrow.